What's up, y'all? This is Kyle Rose back at you with another video, and today's topic is going to be what if Sonic the Hedgehog was not in a video game? What that means is that what if we use actual characters that's been thrown to the wayside for like the past decade into a Sonic the Hedgehog game that includes them? This is going to be interesting because a lot of the characters such as Tails, such as Shadow the Hedgehog, Knuckles, all of them haven't been relevant for the past, I guess, relatively 10 years in the canon universe of Sonic. And this is important because this will be their time to shine. This will be their time to be reintroduced as competent characters of Sonic the Hedgehog. And even if Sonic was introduced in the video game, at least make them the forefront. And if they're the forefront, they can be relevant again. Like, remember how Tails in Sonic Adventure was the guy that in the end of his story he fought against Eggman, and now in Sonic Forces he's apparently a punk and doesn't want to fight. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's absolutely a disrespect to his character and who he was in Sonic Adventure. For Knuckles, for example, another example is that how in the hell is Knuckles going to have such an important role in the Sonic Forces video game, but he wasn't really relevant. He wasn't even playable in the Sonic Forces video game. He was just a cutscene or words. He wasn't even nearly important as he was in, let's say, Sonic Adventure 1. Even though he was dumb in Sonic Adventure 1, that is literally Knuckles' character. And that's also contradictory to the fact that Knuckles has always been an incompetent character when it comes to doing or getting the job right. Not saying that he's not a strong or an independent character, but he is incompetent in the sense that he cannot defend the Master Emerald. So how the hell do you expect Knuckles to be the leader of some of the resistance in Sonic Forces? I just don't see that happening. I really don't. And with Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic Forces, Shadow the Hedgehog, he was pretty cool, but at the same time, it's like he wasn't playable. Like, he was barely playable, is what I should say, because he was playable in the sense that he had his like DLC, even though that was like what, 2 missions. Like, Lord knows how long Sonic Forces is. Sonic Forces is no longer than like what, 2 or less hours. So with Shadow, he literally only had what, 10 minutes in Sonic Forces. That's literally a cameo. So I can't say that Shadow the Hedgehog was even playable because the majority was with Sonic and with the OC. So all in all, if these characters was to be reintroduced, they do not need Sonic the Hedgehog. I do not want Sonic the Hedgehog to be in it. If Sonic is in it, he has to play a very like minor role or anything like that. Like, remember Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game? Now, that was a bad video game, but at the same time, that shows you how competent a solo character can be within a video game if he was to be done right. Because in the gameplay aspects of Shadow the Hedgehog, it was pretty competent. Nobody's talking about that the video game aspects of Shadow the Hedgehog was bad. The reason why Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game, was bad was because of the fact of the context and the story and the lore of Shadow the Hedgehog. It was too many branching endings of Shadow, and there was only one true ending, so none of those endings even matter because they was not canon. And the one true ending, Shadow the Hedgehog, it still didn't make any sense because of the dialogue in Shadow that was obviously choppy, that was obviously ported to the to be dubbed and trashed. So a lot of Shadow the Hedgehog has a lot of problems with the guns and all of that stuff. So if it was to be done right, that would have been a decent game to be remembered. So with Sonic Heroes, for example, like if Sonic had his role in a new Sonic game, he needs to have like some type of gameplay formula with the rest of his pals, like Tails and Knuckles. They need to be together like they was in Sonic Heroes, or like have branching, overarching stories like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. This is important because these characters are drying out in the Sonic fan base. There's a lot of video games for like Sonic GT. There's a lot of fan-made video games of these characters being brought back into the spotlight, and they're just as important, even through dialogue. Because Sonic GT didn't introduce Tails, but Tails was basically a good part of the story, and as well as Shadow, even though Shadow was completely playable and he was fun to play as. So like, you can, if you play these games, I want you to play these games. I want you to download them, try them out if you're a Sonic fan, because it will help the developers who develop the games, and it will help a lot of you who don't understand like the importance of having different characters in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. From Sonic Unleashed, I feel like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations were the only two good Sonic Boost games. I don't really know much about Sonic Colors. I did play a little bit of it, but the Sonic Colors wasn't my favorite. And all in all, a lot of the characters need to be revitalized. Like Amy, even Cream, they literally ignore Cream. And if you look, let's take a look back of the most recent Sonic game, Team Sonic Racing. Team Sonic Racing introduced these characters, and it was a competent game. Regardless of how bad it sold, in my opinion it sold badly, it was still a competent game, and it was still a fun game while it lasted. And it had all of the characters from the original Sonic cast, which is my favorite part of Team Sonic Racing, because it didn't have like Sega All-Stars or anything like that. It just had the main cast of Sonic the Hedgehog being introduced into a game, into their own Sonic world where they're all important in their own way. That is what I need in a Sonic game, and that was based on a racing game alone. So if these characters need to be reintroduced as their own characters, they need to have their own story. If Sonic the Hedgehog is introduced in a Sonic game like this, he has to have some type of like lesser importance, because this is really important for these characters to come back. Even if Sonic is the main character, make it like Sonic Adventure, where Sonic is the main character and the rest of the characters have their own important part of the story. They need to be important, because you don't want to see your favorite character like Tails, Silver, Knuckles, Blaze, Cream, Amy, or I don't know if people like Amy, but Shadow the Hedgehog. All of these characters introduce a new character, and let's say that we introduce a new character in the Sonic game and he's not even important, like Infinite. This is really bad for Sega, because Sega needs to get the stuff together and start making characters that matter, or keeping those characters that already mattered into relevancy. So all in all, Sonic the Hedgehog needs to, pedal back a little bit. Let people get in front of him. We know he's the fastest, but he should not be the forefront 90% of the time. And this is the video. If you like this video, let me know so I can keep making what if videos or whatever you want. And this is Kai Rose, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.